Hi guys, I think we should be live now, so we'll start class in a moment. Just wait for one or two more people to get in. Hi Jack. Comment, let us know if you're watching, so we know who's trying it. Okay, so guys, we'll get started now. What we're going to look at tonight is some kicking. So the last couple of weeks we've looked at striking, looked at hitting off the backhand, getting off the line, coming back with hooks. So tonight we're going to work into a little bit of kicking. A few people have asked as well for some stretching and some mobility work. Obviously we're all sitting a little bit more out of our regular routine, so we can end up with tight hips, and we can end up with tight kind of thoracic spine here and tight shoulders. Again, it's in a more of a seated position. And a lot of the time, when you end up tight here or you end up tight here, it's the areas above or below that cause you the problem. So your hips aren't doing what they should be doing, your lower back complains or your neck complains. So we'll look at some stretching, we'll look at some mobility work. Okay, we're going to start off with some movement. So we're going to start off in our 6-point position like we have been. Hi guys, so there's a few more people with us there. So we'll start off feet shoulder width, knee shoulder width, hand shoulder width. Okay, and think of turning the opening of your elbow forwards. Imagine it's something in your armpit, you crush it, and we're starting off just rocking. So bend your toes back. As you shift back, put the weight back onto your feet. As you shift forward, put the weight over your wrists. So like we were saying the last couple of weeks, this is pretty much a squat, but instead of doing it vertically, standing up, you're working horizontally. So you can take the load off. We're here to stay in the middle and our usual neck nod. So chin to chest and eyes to ceiling. So get that upper back, that thoracic spine moving. So arch one way, then we come back, we arch the opposite way. So we stay in the middle. Let's take our eyes over our shoulder, look back towards your heel. From there, put your insteps on the ground, just rock back towards your heels. Take one back. If we're sitting forward here a little bit more, maybe the movement's coming from your lower back. We want our lower back to be stable, and we want the upper back to be where the movement is coming from. Good. And we'll switch sides. So what we want to make sure is the movement isn't coming from your elbow. You're on elbow to knee, and then you're turning your back again. Your two eyes looking up. So not just the eye that's close to your elbow, two eyes looking to the ceiling. We'll come back up and we'll go to our stomach. I'll just shift back so you can see me. So from here, breathe through your nose and try to keep regular breathing as we move. Nice click there from my shoulder. Good. We put our hands behind our chest and push up. So from here, shrug your shoulders and then do the opposite. That's what we want. So shoulders back, a big chest. From there, push up. Keep your insteps on the ground. Don't move your hands. Just sit your bum back towards your heels. I come forward again. You push up. Big chest, rock back. So you'll feel probably a stretch in your lats and the muscles of your upper back. And we come forward again. And go to a crawl position. Just take a few steps forward if you need to. What we want here is our feet about shoulder distance. So everything is going to move now except your feet. So keep your feet where they are. Walk back to a squat position and just sit up tall. Hands behind. Walk back. Push your hips out nice and high. Walk forwards. So Being able to do squats moving up and down, even do it with kettlebell or do it with some weight is important. To be able to sit like this and be reasonably comfortable is also important. The squat is a movement as much or more so than an exercise. So we'll walk forwards again. The front now. Take one hand to the side. Come back in. Switch hands. We'll do one more. Nice long spine. Use the elbows to push the knees out. Hands behind. And when you get back here, push your hips out. And at the top, squeeze your glutes. So again, we've been talking about sitting a lot more than normal. This is the antidote. Again, walk in. So in the squat position, try to keep your heels in the ground. Keep the chest up. Hands in front. 4. And walk back. Nice and tight. Your head on the ground. Hold the hamstring. Just pull into a bit of a stretch. Breathing with the nose. And we switch legs. So again, knee locked out, pull the toes towards the shin, keep that and come closer. So bringing the leg towards the head. And like we say when we're doing exercises like this, everybody's driven by the goal. The goal is to bring your leg back far, so people will bend the knee to achieve that. Don't, keep your knee locked, pull into a stretch, and you go as far as you can keeping that. From here, take your hands, put your palms facing up. Now put your 2 legs in that position. So both knees locked, toes towards the shins. We want to lower one leg to the ground without the other one moving. So it's not about how far you can bring this leg down, it's how far it can go without having an effect on the opposite leg. You come back up, and you switch. Again, keep your mouth closed, breathe through your nose. If it's a bit challenging, don't stop breathing. This is generally good advice. Keep breathing. Okay. At the last section, it gets a bit tight. So if you pull this one down, think of pulling the other one in the opposite direction, create that separation. Let's go for one more round. Goes down, it comes back up, and then the other one moves. Website, so every time I'm looking at that, I can just see that in the roof. So, guys, we're going to look at kicking today. Okay, so we're going to start off with some go to a wall. Okay, and what you're going to do is we're going to start off from the front. So you can start away from the wall, actually. Just get into a bit of a fighting stance, keep your body tall, and just starting to swing your legs. So just turn to a bit of an angle, keep one foot planted, keep your body tall, and we'll just do 8. You're comfortable with. That's probably about 8. Okay, we switch sides. The same again. So again, try work your leg through a range of motion that you're comfortable with, that you're not bending your body forward, you're not bending your knee, you're not lifting the heel, you're keeping good technique. Okay, so we work to the front. Now let's go to the sides. So go to the wall, one hand on the wall. You want your shoulders, your hips, your ankles in a straight line. So don't let your butt stick out. And swing your foot sideways. So every time you swing, touch the heels. So we're going for about 8. A lot of times this is the direction that people find the most challenging. So people can swing their leg to the front. When they turn to the side and they're working the inner thigh muscles, that's when they end up, and the groin muscles, that's when they end up with mobility issues. We'll switch that. So just let your leg swing. Good. Next one, we'll go backwards. We went front, we went side, now let's go to the back. So point your toes, your hips, your shoulders, your eyes to the wall, and don't let your body turn. Keep everything pointed to the wall, keep your toes pointed down as you swing back. So let's go for 8. We switch legs. It's not about the height so much, it's about keeping the hips, the shoulders. Good. Our last one, we'll start in the same position. You're in the swing back, but as you swing, one eye looks over your shoulder and your foot ends up like. Good. We'll switch sides. Good. Okay, so we'll come to some static stretch at the end of the session. We'll look at our couch stretch again. Okay, what we're going to start off with is some kicking. So we're going to go from fighting stance, and this week we're going to look at kind of front kicks and knees. And we're going to look at from different stances, and we're going to look at it from different finishing positions. So start off in our fighting stance, back heel off the ground, weight on the front leg, elbows up. And what I want is just kicking and just pulling back. You guys keep going. I'm going to stop. I'm going to give some technical points, but you keep going, guys. Use your knee, lift the knee, and then drive the kick forward. After you kick, pull the foot back. Just kicking, and we're pulling back. Good. We relax for a moment. We'll switch legs. From here, the same thing. Make sure we're pushing the hip out. So it's not just lifting and kicking here. You kick, use your glutes, push that hip out. Let's go. And high. Good. And relax. Switching legs again. From here, we're going to kick and land forward. So now what we want to do is put our body weight behind the kick. When you're kicking, you're kicking, but you're falling back. Get your body weight behind the kick and land forwards. Ready? Hands up. Let's go. Kick, pull the foot down. Don't just let it fall heavy to the ground. So get your body weight behind it, or pull your foot to the ground. Good. We'll switch legs. Same again. So kick from that back leg. Let's go. Good. And just take a little breather. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go back to kicking and pulling back. We're going to kick from the back leg. We're going to kick, pull back, and you're going to kick again. Okay, so you're doing two kicks, the same kick twice. Kick, pull back, and kick again. What we're looking at here is change the direction. So are you able to kick, pull back, and then go forwards again? Okay, speed is important, but probably agility is more important than speed. Your ability to change direction with speed. Okay, so let's go. Same leg kicking twice. Moving back. Kick, pull back, kick again. Good. A little breather. We'll switch legs. So the first one, you're kicking, you're pulling back. The second, your body weight through it more. But after you kick, pull the foot to the ground. Don't let it land heavy. Let's go. Good. And a little breather. We're going to do the same. Okay. This time we're going to make it a little bit more tricky, a little bit more advanced. So the kick, pull back, boom, then skip from the front leg. So my front foot out of the way, it lifts and kicks. So from here, right, pull back, skip the left. Let's go. Good. And we'll switch legs. Let's go. So kick, pull back, skip and kick. Ready? Let's go. One more. Good. Just take a little breather. So what we're going to go to now is kicking on the spot. Okay. So when we're looking at defending against knife attacks, if we hit one strong kick, if it doesn't stop them, our leg falls to the ground and it gives them time to come in and attack. It's about us kicking, pulling our foot down, kicking again. They never get that chance to come through, and it's giving us a chance to create an opportunity to escape. So what we're going to do, start in our passive stance. So your hands are down, or your semi-passive stance. You're not in a fighting stance. So we're taking it that we're in a position that we weren't expecting an attack. Our hands are down. We see a knife, and we come towards the knife. We start to kick. You're pulling your foot down. A lot of the time when we're kicking, we're thinking of putting our body weight behind it and going forward. That's not what we want to do against a knife, because keep your chin down, keep your hands up. So it's 3 kicks. Be left, right, left, right, right, left, whatever combination of 3 kicks you want. Let's go. In between little breathers, we go again. You can get the hips behind it, keep the chin down. Just a little breather. We'll do another round of that, I think. It's fun. Okay. With this, we are not relying on gravity to take our leg down. So you pull your leg up fast, gravity can take the leg down, but gravity isn't fast enough for it. While that leg is falling, there's an opportunity for an attacker to get in and stab us or get control of us and down with speed. Let's go. Hands are down. As soon as you start to kick, hands come up. Good. And relax. So what we're going to work to next, guys, is kicking and going foot to foot back. So we've worked where we kicked and we landed forward. We worked where we kicked, we pulled the same foot back. Now we're going to kick and switch back. Kick and switch back. It'll be easier to see when I use my feet instead of my hands. So put your 2 feet together, step the opposite one back. So you're always kicking from your back leg. Front kick, switch back. So you're not really going anywhere. You're not moving forward. You're pretty much keeping the same position. Now, if you're comfortable, bring some roundhouse kicks in, bring some knees in. You can go and bring some side kicks in. But you're all the time kicking and going foot to foot back. So that little bit of a skip. Keep your hands high. Do back kick, foot to foot back. You kick high, foot to foot back. So always kicking from the back leg, except with side kick. Good. Little breather. Where we're going next, we're going to go for a round of that. So in our class, you know, we do our 1-for-1 kicking. So we work that kind of rhythm, kick, recover, kick, recover, kick, recover. Sometimes we do 10 1-minute rounds of this, which we're not going to do tonight. We're going to start off with a 1-minute round. I'm going to be your partner. So normally 2 people, one person's kicking as their leg drops, yours is coming up. So it's like that continuous rhythm. You're going to match my rhythm. So I kick while my leg is dropping, yours is coming up. While your leg is dropping, my leg will come up. Okay, so get into our fighting stance. Let's go. I'm just have to let you know, I'm used to training this drill with Stephen. So I'm working to his speed. Try to vary the shots you're throwing. Go low, go high. Go the front leg, go the back leg. Hook kicks, back kicks. When I said the round was going to be 1 minute, I probably should have looked at the clock. Good. Take a breather. Again, when we're breathing, our mouth closed, breathe through our nose. And we'll go again. Hands up. Let's go. Try not to think about it too much. Just let your legs move. in between, stay in a stance. So it's easier to get going again if you don't stop moving. If you kick and you stop, it takes a little bit more energy to go again. Good. And relax. One more round, what do you think? And then a water break. Let's go. Hands up. Good. So guys, quick water break. We'll come back and we'll get into our strength, into our shadow fighting, and then we'll finish up with our static stretching. Okay, good. We'll come back in. Oh, good. A lot more people watching here now. So what we're going to look at now is our strength. Okay, so we've done the planks where we lifted the legs last couple of weeks. We're going to do a different style this week. Okay, we're going to do our pelvic tilts. So again, some people are talking about the lower back a little bit. Okay, so we'll work on the glutes. So get the glutes firing again. And then we're going to go into our hard style sit back. So the different types of sit-ups last week. So we'll start off with a regular plank. We're going to hold it for about forearms on the ground, straight line from shoulder back to ankle, and that big chest we talked about earlier. So ready? Let's go. Keep your mouth closed, breathe at your nose. $15 seconds. That's 30 seconds. Only halfway there. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your quads, muscles in your thighs, squeeze your stomach, squeeze your fists. Add that little bit more tension as it starts to get harder. 10 seconds left. Good, and we relax. So what we're going to work to next is another 5 seconds. And relax. So we'll switch to the opposite side now. Just give me a second, guys. Sorry. Okay, so forearm on the ground, hand high, lift our hips. Do another 8 seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0. Good. Anyone else stream buffering? So, guys, some people are having streaming problems. I had a sorted this week. Apologies. Just give me a minute. I'll go and just check that certain doors are open, and that might improve it. And then next week I'll work off a different laptop down if we're still having those problems. So, extra water break, 10 seconds. Okay, so we're going to work into our press-ups now. So the first couple of weeks we've done 20 press-ups, now we're up to 24 press-ups. So in whatever fashion you want, okay, you can go hand shoulder width, you can go hands close, you can go incline upwards, incline downwards. We're going to go for 24. You can do 24 straight through, 2 sets of 12, whatever denomination you want, okay? Don't go off your knees, try to go a full press-up position. If you have to reduce the depth of the press-up, that's fine. So I think, guys, he's Paul out there letting me know that was boring. He's getting extra breaks. Okay, so let's go for our 24 press-ups. What we're looking for is tension. So don't just bang through them really easily. Get tension in midsection, grip the ground, pull the shoulders down. Let's go. Okay, so guys, we'll move on to our hard style sit back. So we're saying last week, ab strength in the midsection is very important for overall body strength. Strong First, the chief instructor, Pavel Satsalon, says if there's 2 things to work on your overall strength. One is the strength of your abs, second is your grip strength, okay? They're the 2 things that have the biggest effect on your overall strength very quickly. We work on grip strength, we work on midsection strength through different exercises, but we're going to look at something that's working in midsection, especially now. So put your feet close, sit tall. What you're going to do is take a big sniff of air into your nose, and you're going to hiss the air out through your mouth. Every time you hiss the air out, you're going to add tension to the midsection. So it's not just that you're rolling forward here. You're tensing, and that's what's causing this position here. When you've exhaled all the air, you'll hold your breath, and you'll sit down to the ground. And as the angle changes, tension on the midsection here is going to increase, okay? So body tall, in through your nose. Sit back up, and we'll do the same again. Sit back up one more. We come back up. So that's our first set. We're going to do 2 more, okay? Every time you exhale, squeeze, go tall. Sit back up should be relaxed. It's not a sit up, it's a sit back. Let's go again. So 3 more. One more. breather. We'll do one last set. Ready? Good. Because you feel that in midsection, you might feel it a bit tomorrow. Okay. And what we'll move on to now is our squat and our bat wing. So same drill as normal. We'll start off a set of squats and we'll go to a set of bat wing. So body tall, feet about shoulder distance, toes can turn out a little bit. Keep your body tall, and let's go for a set of 10 squats. Go. As we come up, let's bring a kick in. That's the theme of today's session, is kicking. Good. When you stand tall, you've got a straight line from your ankle to your shoulder. We want to make that. So you're going to start with your butt out, and then when you pull your elbows back, that's what straightens the body out. Pull the thumbs into the... Good. Let's come back in. Let's go for another 10 squats. This time with the side kick each time. Good. We're back to the wall. Shoulders down. And let's go. Your shoulder turns your hip, your knee lifts. You want to keep the knees close, so lean forward, look under your armpits, and kick back. Let's go for 10. Good. And back to our wall and our last set of bat wing. Ready? Let's go. Good. And we relax. So what we're going to do, guys, we're 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. So what we want to see, guys, in the shadow fighting, okay, is our basic combinations that we work all the time in class. So that's 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, hook, uppercut. 1, 2, uppercut, backhand, hook. Then start working the drills we had the last couple of weeks. 1, 2, back, and then off the backhand. Backhand, hook, the back shoulder, hook, backhand. Start putting seconds, then you go again. Try to keep the same rhythm for each round. So we're going to start in 5 seconds. Ready? Let's go. Good, I'm rested. So again, like normal, keep your composure, keep your body tall, breathe out your nose. 15 seconds. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Ten seconds. Three, 2, 1. Good, and relax. Ten seconds. That's nice and strong. Keep that up. They're doing well now. Let's keep going. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Seconds. This is the round. When you get through this round, then you're over the hump. You're into the second half. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Free to go. So it looks at normal things, your body behind your punches, your hands coming back high, putting the combinations together, starting with your front hand, starting with your back hand. 10 seconds. Good, time. 2 to go. So nice and strong. 1 more minute, 30 seconds, then 30 seconds rest, and 30 seconds. So really push it now. Let's go. Hands high. Keep going. So last round, finish strong. It's only 30 seconds. Let's go. 5 to go. Finish strong. Good. Fine. Stay tall. Take a breather. Okay, so quickly grab a sip of water. Then we're going to come back in. We're going to finish with our stretching. Quick run through the frog and into the couch stretch. Okay, so guys, we're back in and we're looking at the frog. So I'll just angle this camera down a little bit so you can see. Okay, so we're going to start off kind of like a half split, as in, sorry, not a half split, split just from our knees. So ankles behind our knees, feet wide, hips between the knees, and just rocking. So we were talking earlier when we were doing the side kicks, we were saying a lot of people have good flexibility, good mobility to kick to the front. It's when they go to kick to the side, or when they go to kick up and then turn their hip over is when they have problems. So here you're working the inside of the hip, and when we're going to work on in the moment, we'll be looking at turning the hip over. These are good stretches to practice every day or every couple of days. It's sore, like we said last week, it's discomfort. If you have pain when you do something, our general advice is rest it. It's to get it checked out, which at the moment mightn't be possible, but go to your doctor, go to your physio, get it checked out. Try widen your knees a bit if you can. And go to our elbows. But if it's uncomfortable, if it's sore, if you just don't like it, no, that's okay. That's too bad. Just rocking in this position, keeping your breathing nice and relaxed. From here, turn your hip over, push back, and switch. In between, when you're here, push your hips right back, and then switch. You see the way your hips are turning over? It's not too dissimilar to what you do when you're doing your roundhouse kick or your side kick. The hips turn over. And we come back to our hands. We take one leg out to a straight line from this knee to the opposite ankle. Just rock a little bit. And from here, just open. And so try the movement coming from your hip. And as you rock up, so let the hips rock back a little bit. Get that foot turning. So this is kind of what's happening with the standing leg. So when you do your roundhouse kick, your side kick, one leg is rotating in, the opposite leg is rotating out. And here you're working, there's no load. When you're doing the side kick, obviously the weight, your body weight is on that leg. Now you're taking the weight off. So it's able to move through that range of motion with no load. Come back in, we'll switch. Oh, rock first. So keep our foot on the ground, just rock a little bit. Mobility we've done at the start of all the sessions. You can look back on today's session or any session, practice that a little bit. Okay, we've got some mobility videos on the website. All the old sessions are up there. Good, we come back in. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the wall. We're going to finish with a couch stretch. So like we've done last week. So if you're on mats, use your mats. If you need something for under your knee, you can use a cushion. I'm using my boxing gloves. So we start in our 6-point position. Heels against the wall, knees shoulder distance, hands on the ground. Put your instep on the wall and step your knee into the skirting board. And then take one foot out. And the idea is to bring this hip away from your heel. So bring your butt away from your heel, bring this hip towards the ground. And to help with that, squeeze your glute on this side. So squeeze your butt. When one side goes into tension, the other side relaxes. So here's intention. When you add tension to the opposite side, it relaxes and it helps you get that little bit more range of motion. Breathe, even as it gets a little bit uncomfortable. Try to stay relaxed, don't force it. And like we were saying last week, if you're practicing this at home, stay in this position for maybe 2 minutes. This should always be tough. From there, try to come up nice and tall. The body tall, and again, push that heel out. If you're not able to come quite as tall, you can get something to hold on to. You can do that, or you can just stay here on the ground. So you can come up tall, so you bring the heel towards the ceiling, pushing that hip out. Okay, so it's not just about getting the hand off the ground, it's about creating more of a stretch in that hip. So push the hips out, keep the body tall. If you can't achieve this position, that's fine. Stay with the previous version. So again, squeeze your glute, push that hip out. And again, we're sitting a lot, so our hips are like this hip now. It's short, okay? We're not supposed to sit as much as we do as humans. We're supposed to be moving, we're supposed to be walking, we're supposed to be running. We don't do that so much, okay? So we need to add something in to make up for all that. Gently come out of the stretch. And we'll switch sides. So take your padding into the wall, go back to your 6-point position, step your knee in, and we'll come out. Squeeze your glute and push that hip. Let us know up the length of rounds. So we've been doing 30 seconds, come up tall if you can. We've been doing 30-second rounds. We're going to go to 40 seconds, but we'll go back to 5 and we'll build back up that way. Squeeze your glutes, push the hips out. Head to the ceiling. Good, and then just gently come out. So like we were saying, if you're going to work this for a little bit longer, stay 2 minutes in the lower position. If you can do 2 minutes in the higher position, and then work to the opposite side. Okay, so as we come up, what I want to do is just move a little bit, just kick forward, some front kicks, get the hips turning over. We talked about this hip here, turns out, the other one turns in, get some downward kicks, get some side kicks, just move nice and light. Your legs should feel a little bit looser after that stretching. Good. 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 Well done. We're slowly evolving the session, so I think this was our fourth session. Looking next week, a little bit maybe some side kicks or some roundhouse kicks, change the warm up slightly, but keep that shadow fighting in there and evolve our strength work. I'll add a little bit more in there. So